fun. It was very fun for me.
I don't even care if you.
It doesn't. Right. It doesn't matter. It's.
I mean, I hope you did,
but it doesn't matter. We're on now, so we're already telling people that we don't care if we're like. Gotta prove it. Got to. Marie Owen, hello there, Papa Jordan. Well, hello, Marie Odom. Shy said, "Happy Easter, everyone."
Shy.
Hello, everyone.
Hi,
Happy Easter, Shy. And Lori, hi, can't stay long, but just saying hello. How's it going, Lori? And then Daystone Wolf said, "How's it going?" And Daystone Wolf is one of our regulars who are here all the time. And actually, everybody is. Shy's a regular, Lori's a regular, so we got all of our regulars in here saying what's up.
Shy on Instagram.
Yeah, so Shy, you talked to Alex. Now Alex is here. Now we're having our conversation, hanging out. This is our Sunday Easter. I didn't even realize it was Easter until I told somebody. That I was like, yeah, I gotta doing a show on Sunday, and they were like, oh, that's Easter, and I was like, oh, I mean, I never celebrated. The Easter's not like a big thing, other than the children in the family doing the Easter egg hunting and stuff like that.
Are we not having an Easter egg on?
Yeah, afterwards. We got to do the Pop-Tarts. Pop-Tarts first, Alex.
Okay,
Pop-Tarts
right,
first.
Because I came over here with a very clear expectation.
Little does he know, I was not expecting him to be expecting an egg hunt, and now I have to hide these eggs. They're not decorated, but they're white eggs, so they'll be a little bit easier for you to find.
The better part of this scenario is not that I expected you to have an Easter egg hunt, but that it's so ridiculous and that you still try to accommodate me and for some reason have the eggs.
The eggs are here. The eggs are here.
Well, I do have those.
For sure the eggs are going to be here. They're just not going to be boiled. They're just not going to be decorated properly. They're not going to be pretty. It's just not going to be ready. But I can put them out there and then you try. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You'll gather up all your raw eggs and as soon as you want to eat one, like you eat the candy. You don't eat the eggs. I know that. I always ate the eggs.
Well, I'm honored that you're having me here for this period of rebirth.
This is our rebirth. Here we are again. Here we are again. And what's beautiful is Alex looks great on camera now instead of being a pale ghost. Let me move this over a little bit. There we go.
I look great.
You look wonderful, Alex. Wonderful.
Oh my God.
You look like you look the way that I would want to look if I were you. If I was Alex, I'd want to look like you. I wouldn't want to look like me.
Well, I do want to look like you, so if you were me, you actually would want to look like you. Because you'd be me, and I do want to look like you. So,
is it the height thing? Is that what it is?
The height thing.
You hit your head on shit, though, bro.
Yeah, the hair. No, in the hair.
Well, yeah, the hair. Yeah.
It's good hair.
It's temporary. It's always temporary.
Here's the thing. If you have that hair that you have, it's like, oh, should I be modest about it? But if you're modest about it, you're more of an asshole.
Yeah.
You know it's good.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't. Oh, what? My hair? Thanks, I didn't realize it.
Exactly.
My bad.
It's like, you don't realize it.
Because for a while I didn't. So I was about to wrestle. I was wrestling. And a lot of wrestlers wet their hair before they go out and go. But they do that because your hair gets frizzy and it's all in your face and it sucks when you're wrestling. So they'll water it so you can just whip it back real quick. I used to wet it. And then a girl right before I went out, she was a photographer, and she was like, "Why the hell are you wetting your hair?" And I was like, "Why are you so mad? Why are you offended by this?" Because I didn't know I was offending you. I didn't mean to spray I wouldn't have done that if I knew. I didn't.
Beautiful mate.
That's what she said. She was like, "Because your hair was. I saw you walk in, and your hair was so amazing, and it was just great. And then you put water on it, and it's just ugh." And then I was like, "Oh, no, thanks. Now I got to go outside and act like a." Now I gotta act confident now. You just shit on. It was it's soaked now. I already because she saw it wet right before I was about to go out to go on stage. You know.
Kind of gave me a compliment, but I'm about to go out in front of a lot of people the way that you said suck.
Yeah, the bad way, and it's not gonna dry off. I'm gonna keep sweating, so it's just gonna stay this way now. But I'll note it for future reference.
I don't know, man. I disagree. I disagree with her assessment, though. I think. Because I've seen you rather sweaty in the gym.
Yeah.
It's a normal thing for me to tell
That's it. That's it.
I've seen you rather sweaty in the gym, and the hair is missing.
Yeah. It shines. It shows out. You know.
I don't know if it's the oil in the sweat that helps, and the water was the problem. Because she might actually, if that was
could be, yeah.
If she was being that nuanced, then I agree. It's not that it's wet. It's that it's wet and dry, like wet and. I guess not oily. Listen, the fact that your hair wasn't oily is a
pull
problem.
that closer to you. They said they're not hearing you.
Oh, what?
They're not picking up Alex. Can you guys hear Alex now? Talk to Alex.
This whole time?
Let's hear it. Let me see. Talk.
Hey.
There we go. Yeah, you're popping up. He's popping up. Maybe it was just lower. It might have just been lower. So I just turned his audio up, guys. Is that better?
Can you hear me?
I hope
We were
that's
just
better.
talking about Ron's shiny hair and how it looks
And
better
why do we want to ruin that?
with
guys?
oil in it.
We have to make sure. Oh, okay. Now we can. Now we can.
Okay.
Here we go. We're good to go. Okay, keep going.
Can you
What
read?
were we
Did
saying
you?
about the hair?
We heard his story about. So far we've heard his story about the girl who just shit on his wet hair before he was going out, and
Right
I am strongly disagreeing with that sentiment. Only in that it looks great wet, but I do agree that it's the sweat oil that really helps. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the pheromones with it as well.
Okay, as long as I can be heard
Definitely the pheromones.
saying that on record. I was really concerned.
You got to put it out. Just make sure that everybody knows.
Ron's hair looks best when it's wet and oily, not just wet.
Not just wet. Thank you.
See? That's my official statement. Should we talk about the Poptarts?
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. Let me go through the comments real quick, and then we'll go to the Pop-Tarts. We're going to let you guys Cheez-Its, and the cheddar ones were...
It's hard to
I
remember.
like the white cheddar ones. The bacon ones were interesting because they were their own thing. I'm trying to remember which one was my favorite.
They were disturbing,
the bacon ones?
if I remember.
They were different, and you left them here. And I had to finish them off. Well, I let my brother finish most of them off, but I still had some. There were some extra days where I had some.
Dude,
I was cursing you every time I.
When we were eating, it was like I was like, they're gross, and then I just kept eating them.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, how gross. Just like
But
shoving them in my
It's in front of
face.
you. It's in front of you. That's what sucks about it.
This is disgusting.
Because you can't stop.
It's like all gone, and I'm like, and then I just look at myself, and I'm like, you're disgusting. Like, it's
Exactly.
like,
Okay. Of course you want to look like Alex. He looks better than you, but we can't hear him at all. That was how I heard. That's how I figured out the audio. Thank you, Laura. Well, I don't know if I mean thank you, Laura. You're hurt my feelings. She always shits on me. Lilith Faith said, "Hey, Papa Jordan, it's me, Sparrow. Good to see you, Sparrow. I'm glad that you have joined us on YouTube because this is where the good stuff is. And we don't have Instagram going today, so it is when we have multiple people on the podcast, it's hard to get that IG going. And then we got First Shelly. Hello, First Shelly. Good to see you over there on Twitch. We don't get a lot of people on Twitch, so that's cool to have somebody on Twitch saying hello.
listen, they'll come in.
They'll come in.
They'll come in.
Hello, Twitch people. And then Shy is laughing her ass off. And then Laura said, we unfortunately hear all his stories. So there we go. Thanks a lot, Laura. Appreciate that. And then right before we get going, Shy said, ha ha ha, because of your show, I ended up buying a bunch of Cheez-Its.
I'm so glad.
And you know what? I'm not a big fan. But it's not that bad. She's not a fan.
Obviously me either. I don't.
No, Shy, you're not alone with that. You're not alone with that.
Here's the thing: when I was like leaving, I had all these Pop-Tarts, and I was like, why did I do this? And it's like, it's like.
You have all these Pop-Tarts. Like, what am I doing?
Because there's this sense where it's like, oh, because I said to do it means I want to do it.
Yep.
That's not true. Are you serious?
You said it, and then I was like, brilliant. That's a great idea. I'm on the same page with you on that shit. Like, yeah.
When it's something...
That's it.
It's an idea the stupidest version of me tossed out and then committed to.
Go with it. Go with it. But people like that shit. People love watching people fucking taste test stuff and all that other good shit. So we're going to do a little taste test. So what flavors do we have?
Okay.
Yeah, that's where we are.
We started with... I have...
And this is no particular order yet. We're going to figure this out as we go.
Yeah. I know... Okay. The thing I want to address first... There's no specific order to these except for one thing I have to say first. Most of these are regular Pop-Tarts. All of the other flavors are going to be regular Pop-Tarts, but I bought one store brand Pop-Tart from Weiss to add into the comparison. And so these are both strawberry. One is the Weiss store brand. I wanted to get the Aldi one. I went to Aldi today, but they're closed on Easter because they treat their workers with dignity, which really bothers me.
Respect, yeah.
So annoying. Come on. I need the
off
so
on a Sunday when nobody's doing anything anyway. Okay, I'm sorry. But no tangents. Keep going.
So I got a strawberry Weiss one and Aldi. Bless you for giving her people off. I don't know. I don't know anything about you. And then strawberry from Poptarts. So those are both strawberry. and then the rest are going to be Pop-Tarts. So I'll start with like the more traditional. That it's nothing more.
Nothing important.
Cherry. So classic.
Definitely. Don't break them before we can
Oh jeez.
warm them up.
They're all probably broken.
And we do have a toaster here too, guys.
Yeah.
There's a toaster there.
Blueberry.
Bam.
So classic strawberry, cherry, blueberry.
Yep.
But Pop-Tarts has, since my childhood, gone completely bonkers.
Yep. They really have.
They've lost their minds.
They've gone cray-cray.
They have decided that they should be everything but a Pop-Tart. So they have made the most Frankenstein, horrific inventions of excess consumerism that they could muster. And so we have...
teamed up. They tag teamed with another company.
What the hell is going on?
Does it...
These... Okay,
Does it have like Fruit Loops? Does it have like Fruit Loops in it? Like literally?
we're going to find out together.
Because if it had like... If you open it up and then on the top of it, it has like a couple of Fruit Loops on the top, I don't know how I'm going to feel about that.
I think it does.
Because like that. Exactly.
I'm guessing it does.
Some Fruit Loops on top of it.
My anticipation is that they do. So this thing this made up fruit cereal that's supposed to taste like other fruits is now being imitated by a Pop-Tart. That's the weirdest.
It's so... But Pop-Tart can taste like anything. That's like birthday cake. If you get birthday cake ice cream, well, it's like, birthday cake can taste like anything.
It leads to a lot of
There's
questions.
no specific birthday cake flavor.
What's
So
what's disturbing is that there's a Fruit Loops flavor that's separate from the fruit that it's supposed to taste like.
Because Pop-Tarts are supposed to be fruit.
This Fruit Loops are supposed to taste like blueberries, and we already have blueberry, but we also have a Fruit Loops one, so they're admitting that Fruit Loops don't taste like blueberries or strawberries.
What the hell does... Now I want to know what the hell Fruit Loops is. You know?
We're gonna find out.
We're going to have to find out. We have to find out.
Is I'm gonna cookie dough. We can't get enough.
Is it called... Is that really... No way.
These all came in a variety pack, so they have like names on them.
Because I was freaking out when
I
saw you
bought
open the
this
box.
one specifically.
Wow.
I also had to buy it because Ron, I had the box of variety pack, and I ate the s'mores one. I couldn't stop myself. Some stuff.
Look at that
To be
shit.
totally honest, you want that?
Yeah. We got the weightlifting. Yeah, baby.
Okay.
We got some legit real art here.
You
love
can if you
And
want.
that's going on the wall.
Cool. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna get a frame for it.
I appreciate it. Okay.
'Cause I'm gonna have plenty of spots on the wall. No, but But I love it though because it's a friend and it's actual but it's weightlifting too. That's our shit. But that's our shit. You know what I mean?
That's how we met. That's how we met.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how we met.
it.
Mm.
And that's my actual shoe too. I got the strap shoe.
And then just
And
because
the weightlifting belt. I love it.
just because stupid things I did, but it relates to dough, and we're about to eat a bunch of dough. I mean, this will boost tangent, but I really wanted to give you the Stay Puft Marshmallow mayonnaise.
Is he painting himself?
This is a mayonnaise painting, but with the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in it instead. It's the Stay Puft Marshmallow mayonnaise.
I love it.
Yeah. So you can.
Fucking beautiful.
You just can have. I don't know. You
gotta
want
stay
it?
puffed. Y'all gonna stay puffed? Yeah, I definitely want it.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I definitely want
Good.
it, and I'm gonna
Good.
I'm gonna put it up, and now I'm gonna have plenty of space. Now I have to make sure that I have.
I need. This is
spots on
I
the
need to
wall,
do
man.
more like these because I did this one, and then I also did a Vincent Van Gizmo.
Did you really?
It was just 80s characters in famous paintings was my theme. I only did 2, and that's one of them.
We just
Vincent
covered,
Van Gizmo is just Gizmo painting himself with the bandage on
we
his
just covered all the fucking Gremlins movies. Which two Gremlins
Oh my
movies?
god,
I just did 2 reviews. I love it too,
Gremlins.
and it still holds up.
Love
Dude,
Gremlins.
Gremlins still holds up.
It's so everything it's just such a silly movie and has
It's so silly.
the
It's
puppets
a fun
are
movie.
so good.
Yeah, they're so great, dude. And then the
Oh my God.
difference between the first one and the second one.
My friend, I wanna actually attribute this directly to the person who said it because it was such a good and interesting insight. If anybody happens to know Tony, my friend Tony Campbell, he's a friend, but I don't want to use his words because I really liked this. But we were actually talking about Gremlins last night.
Were you really?
Yes, and he pointed out that the best part of the movie, literally everyone's going to agree, everybody's already agreeing before I say it, is when the Gremlins are messing everything up.
Yeah.
And his point is
and they're going wild, and you see their personalities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's an entire movie to set up that 20-minute scene, and it's worth it. It's so.
Really?
I mean, that's just how I read it. That's how
I believe
see
it. Yeah.
I'm like,
Yep.
that's the payoff.
Mm-hmm.
You watch that, and you're like, yeah, this is great.
That's
like,
the shit.
Whatever you're feeling about that movie up to then, you're like,
The whole point, yeah.
And
The whole point is like, oh, Gizmo's cute, but it's kind of gross with the whole getting wet, and then his facial expressions like, ah, it hurts, and his eyes are going back. He looks like the Undertaker, and then you see these nasty balls pop off of him, and they pop out, and then there are a bunch of little asshole gremlins, and it's like, why is one of them got to be nice, and then all of them are assholes? They're all little jerks, but they're not really jerks. They're just being what they are.
It's exactly like
they're just, but they have their personalities. You see it, you know.
They're villains that you can't even hate them.
No, you don't. I don't think you should.
How can you?
No, because they didn't ask to be there.
That's just what they are. They're just
they're excited for life. Right. They got all that energy.
It's just chaotic energy. That's all. It's like you can't even really hate them. They have no concept of right or wrong.
No, they're just react. They're just go. But what's beautiful about it is the brain gremlin in part 2, where he's like, "Oh, we just want the rights that everybody else is doing."
Wait,
and you have them going all fucking crazy.
I only ever watched Gremlins.
Oh, Gremlins 2? Oh, there's a genius gremlin. And the genius gremlin is like on the news trying to tell people like, no, we
serious?
just want to be civilized just like every single one of you. You guys are treating us so bad, and it's we are not. You guys don't, or you're not understanding us. We are just gremlins. We don't know your world. We're trying, and like here's the thing though. It was in a Gremlins 2 was in a genetic. It was in a genetic laboratory. So part 2, it's in New York. So the threat is they're going wild in this genetic laboratory, and they almost get loose. So they start like the brain, which some person gives him a shot and gives him like brains. You know, they changed his genetic sequence to where he had fucking brains, and then he goes in there and he's like, oh, hey brother, you can fly. Let me put some fucking suntan screen shit in you so you can just fly. So then one of the gremlins go out during the daylight and start going wild, and it's a great part 2 to the first one, just because, like, for me, the brilliant one, because he was just like, no, you guys are just treating us like we're some fucking bottom feeder people, and we're just, all we want to do is live our lives just like you. And he's got like the what was it? There was like the Beast who had the brains in like X-Men or something like that. He kind of he had like a little bit of a British accent, so it makes him sound a little more exotic and smart, I guess. But it's fucking great, dude. I didn't know you didn't see part 2. You got to see part 2. It still holds up.
Okay, so basically that's an interesting conversation because we're like we don't blame gremlins. We're like that's just their nature. Right. And then does that change when the one becomes intelligent? Right. Is it still just his nature? Like, okay, right. Does intelligence necessarily confer some level of moral understanding, right. Or is he just a smart gremlin? That's their nature, and he's smarter. But that's their nature.
That doesn't affect your moral capabilities.
It's just his nature.
Because morals is not directly connected to
what's right to a gremlin is to cause destruction.
Yeah, because that's just what they do.
He has perfectly developed morals. They're just gremlin morals.
But it could be like a wild dog. Wild dogs mess shit up too.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Oh, gremlins are dead.
Do we want to do one? How do we want to do this? Do we want one cold and then we split it, and then one hot and then split it? Because Laura said it's better cold, but I don't know if I trust her.
Strong opinions on that.
Daystone Wolf said things seem fine. Oh, I thought we were buffering. Maybe we were buffering. Good. Laura said it's going to take 7 hours to eat the first Pop-Tart. Here's the problem, Laura. Let me tell you. Here's what you're getting now, Laura. You're not only getting one Jourdain, you're getting 2. You're getting 2 Jourdains now because how we met in the gym and then we just started blah, 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 blah. You want to do this in front of the camera? Yeah, I do. And that's here we are now.
We're both tangential talkers. It's just...
And it doesn't matter what it is. We got something to say about everything.
I have to.
You just have to talk. You do. Like, oh, what are you talking about? Oh yeah, economy. Yeah, we can talk about the economy.
Because I like that when I found like there's different ways that people meet other people, and like I see some people are like they meet someone and they're like, what's your current like situation? Like, where are you? Who are you? What kinds of XYZ things do you do on a regular basis?
Right.
Nice to meet you. And I want to be like, what do you think about everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't ask a single question that's like, I might not even ask your name.
I was trying to figure out
like where do you live? I'm like,
because we were
what do you think about everything?
We were talking about the Rosa Parks thing earlier, and I'm trying to think about, because that wasn't the first conversation that we've had like that at all.
Not chance.
But I was trying to think of like, when was the first time that we were in the gym lifting weights, like, oh, it's a big dude, whatever, blah blah blah, and you just bull, because at first you're just kind of bullshitting, yeah, weightlifting, right. But then there's something said to where it's like ding, right. Boom, and then you just start going.
This guy will talk about it.
Because you became that guy. Every time I was in the gym, I was like, oh shit, there's Alex. All right, we gotta go talk now. I'm at the end of the workout anyway, so it's cool.
Yeah.
But I have, in the middle of the workout, sometimes I would have to do this, where I know I have a Pop-Tart right here to taste. And I don't know how long ago you put this here.
It's there.
It's been there, though.
It's there. It's there for when it's there.
Oh, and Laura said, I know, I was here for the 12-hour Cheez-It show.
Who's
gives a shit, but it's all good. If you can't take it, don't give it, you know. And I give plenty, so I'll take.
I love a good scathing.
Yeah, fuck
if
yeah.
It's witty,
especially you gotta have the witty.
If someone insults you in a witty way, you're like, fuck, you got me.
I laugh. I just.
You got
me.
Like,
it's a good one. How'd you come up with that?
Right.
Just looking at me. What about me? What about me makes you say that? Because fuck, that was a good one.
It's a good lens to cast on yourself. You got me.
Laura said this is why only 2 of us are on Facebook. Oh, I'm not even on. Yeah, we got more traction on YouTube right now. Hello, Core Buttman. I'm sorry for it being a long time for me to get to your comment, buddy, but it's good to see you in the chat, and thank you for joining us on Twitch, because we don't have a lot of people on Twitch.
Let's shove this into our faces and then say something about it.
Yes. All right. You guys ready? Which one is this one? Okay, my guess is cherry. Cherry or strawberry? I'm going cherry.
I legit don't know.
I'm going to have to try it now. Okay. A raspberry. I had a blackberry more recently than I have a raspberry.
I can't remember last time.
Still doesn't even do it. I found blackberries when I went to it was what's that place called where like one of the biggest, Gettysburg. Went to Gettysburg and they had
strawberry.
Strawberry. Damn, I said cherry.
Okay.
Now, how do we want to rank these now? 1 to 10, 1 to whatever.
I think we need to get our first comparison ever. Yeah, we need to at least have some kind of base, because that's the initial basics.
That's the baseline, yeah.
That's a base experience. That's what a Pop-Tart experience is.
And it was what, cherry?
Strawberry.
Cherries are rare. Good to see you, Byron. Thank you for joining us. And he loves cherries.
Do you journal every day?
As often as I remember. Not every day. I want to do it every day, but it's not usually every day. It's usually like, I got the bullet journal book where it teaches you like an organized way to have a journal, so it can help you throughout your days, and that helps me a lot.
That's what I use for my events, like just planning my day. Is a bullet journal. Because the reason we talk like this is obvious. Like, we both clearly have severe ADD. The bullet journal is a great fix for that.
The books helps, dude. It helps so much.
The bullet journals are great. It just offloads. It really offloads that deficient part to a system that can externally handle it.
And then you can come back to it.
Then you have it. You're a cyborg, basically, with the book.
Yep.
So,
yeah, exactly. That's what I love about that shit.
Yeah.
Because then I'm like, man, I know I forget so much, and then I'm just keep going and going and going, and then like, yeah. And especially since you're writing it by hand, you're gonna remember it more.
It helps.
Remember it more. It helps a lot.
And another thing, like I always say is like, even if I tell myself I'm gonna do it a minute from now, I should write it down.
That's true. That's true. Just in case.
Who knows what's gonna happen in that minute?
But with wrestling, dude, I come up with so many different ideas, and then you'll forget them. So it's like, nope, write it down. Always have a book, write it down. And if you don't, put it in your phone and then write it down later.
Yes.
You just have to have that. You have to. And then, like, if I get inspired, if I'm watching, like, some really old wrestling, and I see something where I'm like, ooh, I could take that in today and see if it'll work. I got to write it down. I'll write it down, or I'll take a screenshot of it and then put it in. But then I got to find the right opponent. You got to find the right opponent.
This is interesting.
Yeah.
See, I don't know much about wrestling, which is always interesting because I feel like that's like the way that you have this podcast. Like,
that's like all my people through. I mean, we've gotten a few people who weren't like wrestling fans. They just like the podcast.
Like Shy.
It's mainly wrestling. Yeah, Shy came in.
But
What was that one? Cherry?
Yeah.
Okay, so cherry. All right. What was yours? 1 to 10. We got Alex.
I guess we'll come back to it. I think we should come back to it after we've
to
gone through.
Okay, so we got cherry first. Cherry's on there. I'm just making the list as we go. So we have cherry. Cherry, I like cherry. I thought cherry was really good. Oh, by the way, Byron, we are taste testing Poptarts, but that is just a facade so that we can talk to each other for a very long time online.
Truly.
So we will try to do something entertaining so that we taste test the Poptarts for everybody.
I think we've given up on being scientific. This one's going to be toasted.
This is going to toast that shit, baby. Toast that shit. And Ron is an easy mark. She's calling me a mark now. See, I got the fucking fans calling me a mark.
Oh, dude, do you want?
Mark's calling me a mark.
Should I have napkins here?
I can get some.
It's getting rather crummy.
1 sec. I'm gonna get these. And Ron is an easy mark. If I like people, I trash you. If they don't like it, well, tough. I yearn to make them cry. LOL.
Is that Laura?
That was Laura.
Nice. That's good.
And she said, go by the regular fruit flavors, top 5, then odd flavors, top 5. And do each flavor 1 cold, 1 split, 1 hot, 1 split it. Laura, you're making this very complicated.
Yeah. That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah?
But I don't know if I can pull it off.
I don't know if either of us can pull it off.
That's just eating a lot of Pop-Tarts.
That's a lot of That's a lot of Pop-Tarts. What is their favorite flavor? Oh, wow. They need cheesecake and wedding cake flavor. Wedding cake flavor. Well, that's just like birthday cake.
Is
or
a wedding
cake its own flavor?
I guess birthday cake. Wow, that's a deep question actually. What is a cake at its essence, and then what differentiates a birthday from a wedding cake, and is it in any way the flavor, or is it only?
Is it the style?
Is it only the event that is?
I would think
Can you take a birthday cake that someone? Okay, let's imagine a scenario where someone's having a birthday, and then they have to cancel it for some reason, and then someone else is having a wedding, and their cake is destroyed.
Right.
So these people are like, well, I have this birthday cake you can use for your wedding.
But
is it still a birthday cake?
But if it doesn't say, well, here's the thing.
Does it become a wedding cake?
If it says birthday on it, and you can kind of do something with that, then I think it's a wedding cake. What is the requisites for a wedding cake?
Yeah, it's a great question. Like, is it just the setting that it's in, which I think is probably the case. And then
there's probably people watching this like, no, you idiot! It's 4 layers.
Right.
It's a wedding cake. You don't know that.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know that, so just let us throw out these ideas.
I think that I would define it as the event around it, which is an interesting because I think that tells us a lot about ourselves.
Yeah.
We're really just different in different contexts. We're the same. Right. We're like it's just made up anyway. Yeah. God damn it, Alex. You know?
It's true. Don't be such a deconstructionist, man.
That would be if somebody, oh my God, if somebody wanted, we just wouldn't be friends. They'd be like,
stop. Right. But that's how you figure things out. It's like, oh, how does this motor work?
It's how I figure things out.
You take it apart and then put it back together, and then you think about it, and then that's just how you.
Not how everyone figures.
It might be, it might not be. Maybe they just read about it and they're like, oh, I get it. My brain don't work like that. I gotta tinker with shit a little bit more. I gotta mess with it a little bit more, and I gotta get a feel for it, and I gotta see how it is in my life.
Yeah.
To see if there's any truth to it, because there might be truth to it, but if it's not truth to me, then it doesn't work for me. You know.
That's a funny critique. Stop being a deconstructionist just because it's like you just told a fish not to swim. Stop.
But that's what you're supposed to do. But the point is,
I dial it down around people who don't feel like doing that constantly.
Yeah, but I like it.
You have to dial it down in certain settings.
Yeah,
definitely,
right.
definitely a skill.
Yeah,
I could use. But I'm on the podcast.
Oh yeah, we're here to break shit down. Sorry, no, I'm sorry, Laura. I'm back to your comment. I am the same. Oma yesterday bought groceries. They made it in. I will put away the groceries. Smart woman. She's got it figured out.
It happens. Oh my God. Right there.
Yep.
I never ate it. And then I'm like, why am I so hungry? I ate breakfast. I'm like, no, you made breakfast.
Yeah.
You didn't eat it.
Yep. It's there. You gotta finish it. Calories are waiting for you.
I've literally done that plenty of mornings where I've made breakfast, set it out, went off, and I'm like, I'm just gonna look at a quick work email, and then I'm just working for 3 hours, and then I'm like, I'm really hungry. Why? Like why? I'm like, no, you didn't eat breakfast.
It's food time. I forgot about food time. The most important time. I'm missing my gains.
But
it really doesn't affect you that. Because in our head, it's way more in our heads where it's like, wait a minute, 3 hours? No! I was supposed to eat 3 hours ago.
It's just weird that I conflate one action that I did with another action that I did not do.
Exactly.
And I don't know that I didn't do it.
Exactly. And Laura said, I would love coffee flavor with cream topping. I don't like the coffee flavor.
Coffee flavor Pop-Tart?
Yeah. But I could see.
It's supposedly a breakfast food.
That's totally right. And that's totally.
Should I pull this out? This thing's been going for a while, has it?
What's that?
Should I do it? Pop it up? Oh, okay.
Is it plugged in?
It might not be plugged in. I think I unplugged it. Did I? No. Oh man. Sorry guys.
Start not working? Oh, okay. Oh, maybe it just wasn't on.
Okay, there we go.
It's on now. I don't know.
Maybe, does it have an on button?
No, you just pop it down and it comes on.
Wow.
It looked like it should have been on.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
I hope we don't start having watch that be the technical difficulty. All this elaborate shit, and then the one problem I got is the damn toaster not working.
Toaster broke down. Sorry.
Wedding cake flavor is colorless, no dye snow cone. What are you talking about, Byron?
No. She's saying what a wedding cake is. She actually knows.
Byron.
He actually knows.
Wedding cake flavor is colorless, no dye snow cone. Then what is no dye snow cone?
No dye?
No dye. So I guess like no colors or whatever. That's why they're white usually.
Okay.
And then snow cone.
Probably
what is snow cone, Byron?
Maybe means just white, pure white icing.
That may
They want everything to be white.
Is that what you mean, Byron? Laura, I loved Ron's post earlier with the slushies and the store asking people not to add alcohol in the store. Now I want a slushie. I saw a meme where it was a guy who was getting a slushie, and it was a manager. It was like, please, sir, add alcohol when you leave the store. Don't do that now. He's just putting his fucking shot in the drink. I just saw that, and I was like, I don't do that, but I would do that.
I respect it.
That's it. I respect it.
I like the guy. I like that the admission of this man that there was nothing he could do to stop this guy from pouring alcohol into it.
No.
He's just give me the respect of
just
not doing it in front of me.
Can you do it out of the store, man?
Yeah.
You're not even supposed to have alcohol. It's Maryland.
Right.
You might be from Florida, and that's how y'all work down there. But up here, we can't even have alcohol in our gas stations. And I guess in the county. I guess it depends on the county in Maryland.
Definitely we can't have alcohol like anywhere, especially not in the middle of some
other than a liquor store, right?
You can't have it in the middle of a high school graduation, I'll tell you that.
Well, I mean, sometimes you have to find out the hard way. Sometimes it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. And at that point, hey guys, I didn't know, man. What do you be like the fucking what was it, Stan Marsh from South Park?
Oh, right.
What are you gonna do? Was it Randy Marsh? What are you gonna do? This is America. This is America. What? And then they lock his ass up and put him in the drunk tank for the rest of the night. No, you are drunk and you're kind of making people uncomfortable. So you do have to. There's some time in the drunk tank you're gonna have. We're not locking you up, but we're locking you up for a night.
I always get the sense. There's this I get the sense that a lot of Western history is just made by drunk people. They don't even. Yeah. It's just so they are always drinking wine.
Yeah.
Always.
Always.
It's like sometimes it was the safest thing they had to drink. So everything that this civilization is built on, up until like Puritan,
dude, yeah,
was made by drunk people.
Because the Puritans don't even make any sense. They don't even make any sense with the rest of like Western history. I was reading, and it's funny that you say that because I was reading about one of the, and it was actually two articles. The first article was of one of Napoleon's soldiers on the trip up to Russia on their failed trip up to Russia. And he was talking about, and he was, right? No shit, right? No fucking shit. Like, probably don't do that no more, guys. I don't even think technology.
Stop! Russians don't want to be in Russia. Why do you want to be there? Especially not that part. Like the parts you have to get through.
The part you gotta get? No!
There's no one there already!
No! That's their defense, is come. That's their defense.
Good luck getting through this.
Have fun.
Go for it.
We'll give you some beer when you get here. But what was great about it was he was talking about how shit they felt until they started hitting some of the towns heading up. And once they hit the towns, everybody was cool, and they would just give them wine. So they would be like, oh, we'd warm up, we'd have some wine, and then we'd get going, and everything felt great until we got up there. And then everything started getting fucked up, and then they started looking at Napoleon, because Napoleon he was their source of strength, and he had to look fucking strong, but they felt like he wasn't. But then you click into the next article where Napoleon's talking about that, and he knows everything's lost. He's saying like this sucks, but we're here. It's such a crazy thing. He wasn't worried about. I mean, he made sure that they had wine for whatever the people are, and traveling up and trying to keep that morale up. Because I can't even imagine the Civil War keeping people's morale up, let alone even way before that. What the fuck? I mean, do you have your chickens and your goats? Because you're gonna have to eat. Mm-hmm. And you can't depend on some of these damn towns ain't gonna be your friend.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Is that Poptarts? I'm starting to smell it now.
It's interesting to think about like
Did it pop up?
Oh, is it still down? Okay.
We burn it? We might have to set the setting a little back a little bit.
Yeah, don't worry. We have others. We really burnt that thing though.
Yeah. It's been a long time. There we go.
That's interesting to think about. You don't get to Ooh.
You like it? Just cold yikes. No, it's warm too. Obviously, it's still a little too warm. Alex is hurt. He's hurting, guys. He's hurting.
I have given my body for.
Is this one it right?
Yeah. Give it a little. Just be careful. Just be careful.
Looks like I know. Well, the thing is see.
How do you keep the morale up when you're in the middle of invading Russia? But that was like I think there's a lot of mystique around Napoleon because he was.
I'm gonna get some water, but keep going because I'm listening.
Maybe one of the last. There's an interesting thing about great generals. They're all doing horrible things and just murdering tons of people, all the time.
Yeah, and they get really, really, really good at it.
But you're like,
that's why they get the job.
You're like, we shouldn't do it anymore. But the fact that it already happened, I'm very interested in those people.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should stop doing it, but
we really should.
It already happened, and wow. Like Napoleon took over France. That after they overthrew the king. He went in and said, "No, I know you just overthrew the king. How about I'm the emperor?"
That's what I was about.
And they were like, originally they just laughed at him, but eventually.
But back in those days, wasn't there a chance for you to strike some type of accord with people, and then because we don't have internet, but back then we still had people as networks, and people were fucking better networks than even the internet is today. Sure, word of mouth isn't as completely accurate, but it got out quick.
Yeah, it's interesting to think about the way that the basically their little clubs in Paris at the time, or throughout France at the time, would have relayed information to one another.
That's what's crazy. Yeah, the club, right.
That's like where you are developing all these ideas, and then you're going and you're debating about them with people who have been doing the same thing, but kind of siloed off as well. And it's, I don't know. I don't know if it's much different than now, really. We just have way more information than we can handle, but we still silo ourselves off more effectively, but can get more ideas more broadly. It's like we can do both things in more extreme directions. So how does that change things? I don't know. I don't know how it changes things to be able to encounter very, very specific ideas and all at once and not have everything else. And then go off with those fully developed ideas and encounter other people done the same thing versus being able to decide whether you want to just be siloed off or you want to be open to everything.
Right.
Right.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. Because sometimes people don't even get that option.
You wouldn't have had it in the past. You would have had to do both, really.
Yeah.
To some extent.
You would have handled it at a certain point.
You would have, you wouldn't have been able to silo yourself off that intensely from other ideas.
Even to this day, people are still, even though we try to act civilized, we're still part of those warring tribes who are still out there kind of fighting over some type of land use of. Did it pop open?
You go, man. We're monkeys who put ourselves in cages.
We are. We'll put ourselves in cages and then act like, oh no, these other monkeys aren't like us. So we're just like, y'all monkeys. Y'all monkeys. You know, man, I can put the video on if it's entertaining.
We put ourselves in cages. Our lives used to be so cool. It was more dangerous,
That's
but
true.
think about all the cool stuff you got to do.
Yeah.
It was all the stuff that you needed to do. Don't worry about Bill. You just woke up and
worked. Just worked. But you knew what your day was. You knew what you had to do. You knew what you had to accomplish, and it was all directly based off of what your direct needs were. Because a lot of regular work, especially working on the computer, and then there's such a disconnect with having to survive. But I got to do this to survive. I got to go sit in an office for 8 hours. We're in a cage now. Now we're making ourselves way more docile, way more domesticated. Which, good or bad, whatever. At a certain point, I don't think it's too healthy. We can't let ourselves get too.
It's not healthy.
I don't think it's. But I can also see the point to where it's like, okay, we don't want to be barbarians, killing each other, but we are too. What's the balance?
I think we would have killed each other far less in. There was nothing to own. What are you going to kill someone over?
Right.
There's plenty. You're much better off if you can make someone who's going to help you hunt than if you're going to kill some. Oh, I just killed you, and now I have to try to hunt my food by myself. Great.
Right.
Why did I kill you?
Right.
We both need to eat.
And it was so much easier with you here. It was so much easier. But now I got mad and I killed you. But then that's what's crazy about that. Like you get to the point to where you really do understand that you need each other.
Yeah, but now any individual person you don't need as much. We just we're connected by much more abstract systems than the direct actual need in front of you. So you can treat people badly and you can get away with it because you have every other need that you have. Everyone helping you is so abstracted.
Yep.
With money.
Exactly.
They're not helping you because you're decent to them. They're helping you because you have $20. And that's all you need.
They want a piece.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Finished watching TV, nothing on, but this is a wonderful switch. Oh yeah, they have wedding cake flavor for a snow cone. Oh, you were saying they have wedding cake flavor for a snow cone. I didn't even know that. Alex, this is Laura. I'm a security guard for concerts. I can show everyone many ways to have alcohol everywhere and never get caught.
Ooh, all right.
Hello, boys. Pop-Tart eating needs to happen, and it did, Laura.
It did.
Here you go. Are you ready? She said, "Wah, suck it up, Alex. Blow on it. You will be okay." I guess he burnt his fingy, and then I burnt mine, but I didn't sell it.
I thought that was my tangent, and I was like, "Well, that's a good response to it too." Also, actually,
it was. I love the flavor. It has no dye. It is clear. Yes. I guess that's the wedding cake. No dye. Just cold. Yikes. Yep. And then Ron, did you go IHTP and didn't tell us? Not yet. That means I have to pee. Oh. Hashtag I have to pee. I do have to pee, so that's coming very soon. Timed this one just right. This Jordan has to pee moment. Bernie, I didn't have to pee. I was just getting something to drink, but I will pee for a second. So in a couple of seconds, once I get done with these comments, I'm going to blast through these comments, and then I'm going to go pee, and then we'll get back to the regular, what we're doing right now. I'm backed up on the comments, so I got to catch up. The Pop-Tart consuming machine, the glow of Mancat, and the mass of tremendous regulars we've had for almost 70 episodes. Thank you, Bernie. You are 100%. And Bernie always, anytime I go pee, I always come back to a great Bernie comment with one of those. And he's always nailing all the little, the Mancats, and he had the flat earth the other day.
We got to talk about flat earth.
We have to don't forget about that. Flat earth is coming, guys. Along with the Pop-Tarts, though, so don't be, that's why this is brilliant. And I'm going to get to the comments. This is brilliant because we can base all of our weird fucking random tangents off of Pop-Tarts. So we're not ever actually off topic.
The thinking is so tangential anyway, it doesn't really matter. Things are so loosely related in my mind.
Yeah. But they're loose. Here I go. They're loosely related, but you can pick up on certain patterns that kind of makes you have an understanding for two things, even if they're unrelated. Where you have some type of an understanding of, I'm trying to think of an example. Like, you know how to fix a car. Well, you know how to deconstruct this, and then you can construct it back. Well, I understand this argument that you made, so, okay, I can handle it differently because I have these tools in my head, so I can go about the process differently. But it depends on every...
Yeah, it's just a way to try to make meaning of the world, which is chaos.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Everything's just complete chaos. That's the thing. We're constantly struggling against the fact that just everything's absolute chaos, randomly happening all the time, and there's no
explanation. There's no
right.
There's no real good reason. There's not even a good reason.
There's not a good reason for that.
No.
Like
why?
What?
There's no answer to why. Why did we come up with that question? Why did we come up with that word? Because there is no answer to that why.
Why is the universe here? There's no good answer to it. It's just here. It's not like there's not a reason. There's just not a reason.
Right.
All right. This is.
Is that still burning them, or is it
reality? Huh?
Are they better now? Or is it
that is. I think it's pretty good. It's quite hot. I think we should do this one. So we are following Laura's. Laura. That one got me too.
Don't sell it, Alex, because Laura's gonna come after you, man. She's gonna come after you. She's a hardcore woman.
We're kind of following her. We're trying to do the fruit ones first.
Do you need a napkin or anything? You good?
As you handle that as safely as you can.
I'll do my best. Now this is strawberry. It looks like.
Yeah.
I am sure they must have underground places, and that would be great with clubs and women, but probably still too cold to think. What are you talking about, Byron? Byron said, I'm sure they must have underground places that would be great with clubs and women.
Russia.
But probably still cold to think. Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, they got places.
Oh, they've been tunneling for fucking millennia there.
They're an interesting people.
Mm-hmm.
There's just parts of it that nobody lives.
Why would you? You know,
you can't.
Come on.
Nobody lives there because you can't.
No. Maybe Bernie, maybe he went for a liquid refill to start the JHTP process again. You got that right, Bernie. That's why I got the liquid refill. Lilith said baked beans flavored Pop-Tart.
Oh my.
That's a great suggestion.
We actually can't top it.
You can't top baked beans.
No.
No, I'm not beating baked beans, man. Baked beans, good job, Lilith. Lilith, you nailed that one. I love that one. All right, Byron. Hey, did you check out my animal videos? I will check out your animals when I get off of here, brother. Hello, we the audience are here. Can you see us? We make or break you. LOL. Guess who that was?
Laura.
That was Laura. The phone makes you an individualist. Wow. The phone. Yeah. I think it. Okay. I really do think it makes you way more individual and less likely to make connections with people in person.
It can.
Right.
We've not used it that way.
I don't think so. Social media.
We're here.
Exactly. That's right. And I'm not good at that. Like I'm posting my stuff and things like that, but when it comes to like your real conversate like with your fucking people, it's better to be there.
It frustrates me if it can't culminate in. I really hate. It's totally different if it's someone who's physically very distant from you, and then it's great that you're even talking over the internet. But I don't really want to have a friendship if they're in the same state where like we don't see each other in person.
Right.
It really doesn't feel.
That's not really like
It's like the any like chat is sort of like a surrogate for like the best thing in the world, which is hanging out with people.
Yeah.
But it's really a pale comparison.
Right. That's the thing, because whenever I'm doing the show by myself and it's only me in the chat, there is something that's missing as opposed to when I used to have Adam in the room. Because when he would be there, but he would laugh, and that would kind of cue me to let me know like, okay, we're on something here. That's good. I can go that direction. You don't have that in the delay with the you have to be more on top of it and pay closer attention, but it's just a different dynamic. It's just a very different dynamic because you're not going back and forth, but it's not like that. It's not like this back and forth, you know?
It's interesting because I feel like we're supposed to be like I'm aware that we're podcasting.
Yeah.
Like I know it's going on, but it doesn't really feel like it's happening. The only thing is I'm trying to interrupt less. I'm trying to like because like that's really the main difference.
Right. That's what
because it doesn't make good.
Because we have other like, just like Laura talking shit, trying to say, "Oh, y'all ignoring me." I'm reading your comments. Bernie, heaven help. If he, Dreamer, and Laura are locked in the same room, Jordan would be fortunate to get out of this one in one piece. Yeah, I wouldn't get out of that one in one piece. And then Laura said, just like no reason why, as sensible friends of Ron, are here every night instead of living our busy, important lives. This show is chaos, and we absolutely love Ron and his platform. It's great that he takes time to be genuinely nice and fun. Wait, was that me being nice? Thank you, Laura. I won't tell anybody you said that. I promise.
That's nice. It comes
And then
through.
Byron with the last chat, so that I can go take a pee-pee.
Oh yeah. Let's end on.
Yes. So as you are chatting, I am commenting, and it is off a bit a delay. Yeah, but you always have a little bit of a delay, so that's all good, Byron. It's all we're rolling, baby. We are rolling.
Yeah. I'll man the battleships while you pee.
Yeah. So what flavor was this one? Was this one strawberry?
That was cherry. It's interesting. You
Why
thought
did I do that? I just did it to myself. I just did it to myself.
Yeah.
I wanted that cherry. But this was cherry.
You got it, but you really wanted the strawberry. But
I wanted a strawberry.
you wanted this. You wanted what this calls strawberry, but you want a cherry.
Yeah. I had the first one was strawberry, and now this one's cherry. Okay. Let me write that. I'm writing them down, guys, so that Oh, wait a minute. The first one was cherry or strawberry?
The first one was strawberry, and you thought
I
it was cherry.
wrote cherry. I wrote that this one. Look at what is that? Does that say?
I love it. Can you give me that book?
I really wanted. Sorry. I really wanted it to be cherry. I don't know why, dude. In my head, I wanted. You do that. You do that.
What if I just wrote
All right.
cherry again?
Psychic, I just posted and you were commenting at the same time. Hey, Byron, that is what it is. While we're doing that, I'm going to go to use the hashtag IHTP. Papa Jordan will be back. You guys know how that is. Whatever. Talk to Alex.
Okay.
Alex will be there.
Okay. Oh, is the
So we got strawberry, cherry. Yeah, and then you can just see the comments over there. It's easy to. On the right.
What's going on, homies? I see the comments going on. So, has anybody? I hope nobody's been following along with this taste test, because if you just kind of had all those I don't know. I don't want to judge you, actually. If you had all those Pop-Tarts in your cabinet and you followed along, let me know what you think. My assessment is that they really all taste basically exactly the same. I think blueberry is probably the better flavor because it tasted sort of different. I guess it tasted kind of like a blueberry, but it's truly hard for me to make any major differentiation. Oh, hey, Laura Spangler.
What did Laura say?
Who's Laura Spangler?
Laura Spangler. That's Laura.
Do you know her?
Yeah, that's our Massachusetts girl.
I know another Laura Spangler. That,
Really?
Yes. That's so crazy because I thought.
You thought that was her? Laura, do you know Alex? Do you know Alex? I see that you just saw his comments. We don't follow along with shit Ron does.
Okay, so
Go eat, Lilith. Have fun eating.
I guess here's the thing: we don't even have a rating system.
Oh yeah.
Just
because I was gonna put like 1 out of 10, then Alex, Ron, and then whatever.
okay. So I guess I would rate the strawberry in retrospect.
The first one.
The first one.
Okay.
That's a 4 out
Everybody's saying Laura's on fire.
of 10.
Laura is on fire.
She's nailing it.
She's nailing it.
What do you rate strawberry? Gut feeling, first thought.
10 out of 1 out of 10. 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. The strawberry, the very first one.
Very first.
I would say 5. I was in the middle with that one.
Okay.
It was a normal. I could eat it anytime, but it wasn't like, oh, I gotta get that again.
It's when I'm comparing it to the other ones that it changes. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know. Okay, so blueberry. What's your assessment?
I like blueberry. Blueberry's more of a 6 for me.
Wow, our differentiation is really the interesting thing here, because we both rated. I rated strawberry a 4 out of 10. You rated a 5 out of 10, which is very close in rating. The blueberry I rated a 7 out of 10, and you rated a 6 out of 10. Those are both very close, but the difference between these,
I do like blueberry.
for mine, is really great. I saw a bigger difference between the two.
Yeah, I'm still kind
You're
of.
stable.
I'm still in the
Yeah.
middle. I'm in the middle right now.
You're much more stable than I am. I'm clearly very extreme.
Now the cherry.
Okay.
Yes. You're a little more out there, Alex. You're just a little. Now the cherry. I like the cherry. I like the cherry better. I'm probably going to say even with the blueberry.
Oh, even, okay.
I'm going to go even with the blueberry.
We have diverged again because that was the one I was like 5 out of 10. I like the blueberry the best.
You like the blueberry the best? What did you get for? What's your number?
I only gave it a 7.
Should we do this on a whiteboard so everybody can see?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I
wasn't as prepared as I should have been. But
I wouldn't say I love Pop-Tarts. The main reason that I threw out Pop-Tarts and the reason that I threw out Cheez-Its are just like they're silly words.
Yeah, they're silly food.
That's
Pop-Tarts are silly food, man. You know.
Did I mess up your lighting?
Nah. It's mainly just for your background so that you can have some light against the wall, but not on you. For the blue screen, but once I get rid of that blue screen and we'll have it all with the audio shit.
So we'll come back to the wacky flavors, but
Yeah. I guess we're doing regular flavors first, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah, we'll come back to the wacky ones.
Alex is working on a board so that everybody can keep up with where we are with the flavors so far.
Oh crap!
And
I need to erase this.
I'll read. Here, I get a napkin.
I would need the leftmost column to be the actuals. And I messed it up because I could put it on the right, but it's going to confuse everyone. That's just not how we.
And then I got the alcohol spray.
That's just not who we are. I'm sorry, guys. I fudged up right from the beginning. I just really
don't apologize to them. They'll never let you live it down.
You know what? That's their problem. I think it's good to apologize when you've erred in life. If
look at Alex being a sweetie pie.
If that's something one would hold against me, then that is their.
Then F them. Or F that. Don't F them.
That's their thing to contend with in their being, not mine.
And they're just being assholes. They don't think twice. They have like not a shred of just introspection whatsoever.
Laura can do it.
Laura can do it, but nobody else. Always sided with the frosted Pop-Tarts. Frosted blueberry was one of my go-tos in college. Bernie, the burn dog, the burnster.
He knows. Okay.
Byron, I am floating blue and red bubbles, and it shows favorable for you. Blue and red bubbles.
So I'm going to do abbreviations, though.
Or just say like and love. That's true. Laura, have you guys tried one flavor, both hot and cold, to see if the flavor pops more, whether hot or cold?
We should do that. I kind of did that informally, but we should do that at the end, I think. It pops more hot.
I think it does pop more hot.
It just wakes your taste buds up.
Yeah.
That's what heat does.
Yeah, because it hits you. Yeah.
Certain things aren't better that way, but
Pop-Tarts are.
Pop-Tarts are.
They're designed for that.
Yeah, that
makes sense. And Laura said, Alex, we accept you fudging up. We like you. You can't do any wrong. # Team Alex.
Oh,
these
thank
fuckers,
you so much.
These fuckers always go. Whoever's on that side of the room, they go team #Dreama, #Bob.
You know why?
Not Jourdain.
Because
on Jourdain's show.
Because that's lovable ribbing. You gotta rib whoever is there all the time, and they probably gave you plenty of affection before they started ribbing you, so they got you out of the way. There's the affection, and now we're gonna rib you.
I like you before
I start going all
started, but
before I start going all in on this for the rest of our relationship.
Right.
I like you.
Yeah. There'll be times when you question whether I like you or not. Don't question. Yeah. I do. I like you.
I'm just saying.
I like you a lot.
All right. I'm just gonna write the number here, just as the like that. I'm like double checking my own ratings.
I love how I had a whiteboard ready to go.
That's wise. I've
thought of that. Doing like a quote of the day or something, just having it in the background, just something to meditate on.
Let me tell you something embarrassing about myself. I actually bought like a big whiteboard, and then when I bought the whiteboard, it was like it'll come with a free pack of markers, and I was like, oh, okay, that's great. Like, I'll get this whiteboard, and then I have to order the pack of markers extra. That's what I found out when it came. It was like, you have to email some company. And I just never emailed the company, and that was the end of the whole whiteboard scenario. I haven't bought.
Because it's too much then. That's too much at that
I
point.
could just buy markers, and I need to, and I didn't, and I haven't. It just ended there.
It just ended there, and you were just like, oh, maybe I'll remember later? Because you didn't actively say no, though. It was just that, it just came to that point, and then it was just like, okay, this is where we are. And you didn't make a decision.
Well, I got some complaints. I actually emailed them, and then it was way, way, way more convoluted once I emailed them, and I was very, very dissatisfied, but then I was like, oh, I'm going to leave a review. I don't want to leave a review. It's like, you got me.
Yeah.
You got me. But still, I can buy the marker. Like, I
still get the marker.
Buy the marker. But I was like, I just got so frustrated with them. I was like, why not just send it with it? And it was clearly some kind of scheme. I can't remember how it was a scheme, some way that they wanted you to pay for it.
It sounds exactly, yeah. Well, that's what people do. They always play their games with
where can they see this?
I might back it a little bit, but I think that'll work. I don't even know. I could actually, that'll be perfect. Move this.
Because I like that that's also the crucial part of like the whiteboard.
Yeah.
It's like, should we put it on a whiteboard so they can see it? And it's like, yes, but then they have to be able to see it.
No, set this here and then set that there. There we go.
Alright.
Okay, now I gotta push this over just a little bit.
So,
Let's see here.
I say next. Talk to me about Flat Earth.
There we go. Okay.
Talk to me about Flat Earth, baby.
So, I've been watching a lot of people online talk about Flat Earth. And you guys know about the idea of Flat Earth. We were chit-chatting a little bit about it before. But this apparently is the Earth, this flat, you know. And here's one thing cool about it, though. One thing cool about it, I really like, you know, it's got the little measurements out. And you can guide how long it'll take to travel wherever, whatever. But you don't normally base the center of where you usually base it from where you are and then see where everything is, you know. And you're basing it from here, and it's like, hey, we can cross over here. And it's like, I don't even think of how many times people do fly over Antarctica at all, because we always just go, because if the Earth is spinning, then obviously you just go against the rotation. So why would you go up? Because it's, you know what I mean? But apparently now, this is what they were saying. Antarctica, you remember where Antarctica is, right? Apparently Antarctica is this whole thing. The whole, and that's how you keep the water in the flat Earth. And I'm giving y'all a school lesson. but just a visual, because the visual helps, you know? And like for me explaining it, it's I don't know, I love it. So so you have this here.
Great job, guys.
And
you did it.
That's the ice wall. You know Game of Thrones? How they have an ice wall? Well, that's real, bro. That's some real shit. Get your ass to the fucking ice wall. You want to know why you can't go out to the Atlantic Ocean too far? Because you'll hit the ice wall and you're going to get stuck. You're going to get frozen? No. Why do you think that, what was it? This one guy said, why do you think that the Nazis, the communists, the capitalists, all of them decided not to go to Antarctica? Because that's, I don't know. Why? Why did they agree that? You just said that they all agreed. They can't agree on shit, obviously. But they agreed on that. I don't know why, guys. Why would...
The same reason you don't trek through Russia.
Yes, you shouldn't anyway.
There's nothing there.
That's your fucking Genghis Khan. And you got so many expendable people, it doesn't...
Just let them go.
It's whatever.
Just let them go.
Anything else about this before I put it back?
No, I love it. I mean,
that's pretty much the gist of it, right? Like, it's all being trapped in by the ice wall. But the weird thing is, it's like, what's the underbelly? Is it like, why is this the only thing that we can see that we can't even see? We see all the other planets and they're not flat with the bottom. I don't even know what the bottom's supposed to look like. I just imagine it looks like a mountain. It looks like the top of a mountain, but it's on the bottom. But this is the one piece of land that's not like that. But what's over the ice wall? I would think you would fall off there. I don't know. How do you fall off the earth?
It's space. I guess you can fall.
But yes.
What's amazing to me is that it's actually, in a way, it's all internally consistent. It's very brilliant. There's clearly some intelligent person who figured that out. Why are they so committed to this idea that would be so... How many people can you possibly get to agree on a conspiracy of that? It's so absurd.
That's the thing.
It's so absurd.
That's the thing.
Yet they're strongly...
Just pull it towards you. That's it. Just stay where you are. You're good. It's because it's picking up good audio. I just want to make sure it's... I don't want to hear anybody be like, can you hear him? Especially when we're on the important stuff.
Right, yeah, we're talking about Flat Earth.
Yeah.
I mean, what gets into your brain that makes you so committed to this idea that you have to fight every single other piece of... Because there's a lot that doesn't fit into the Flat Earth theory. Yeah. A lot of things.
Let's deconstruct some of them, please.
Well, you didn't see the documentary, did you?
I didn't. That's why I'm not as prepared as I was hoping I would be.
It's beautiful.
Because I only went down it like a night, and then a couple nights, and I didn't actually watch it. I was just listening to everybody else who probably saw that. That's probably is that like the big? Is that the Flat Earth documentary?
It's the one.
What is it called?
I'm
gonna see it eventually. Like, I have to.
I wish I could remember, but it kind of centers around these two people who are devising an experiment to prove that the Earth is flat, and they actually.
But they're younger. They're like it's like nowadays.
Oh yeah.
That's what's wild.
Oh yeah, yeah, and then there's whole flat Earth conventions and stuff.
I've seen the, but part of me thinks that like that's kind of like tongue in cheek. But maybe
I think for some people it is, and for some it's serious, and it's probably all a mix of everything. But it kind of centers around these two people who are trying to devise an experiment to see if the Earth is flat or round, and they're actually pretty smart because they come up with this really complex experiment that is, in the end, is the right experiment, and so they run it, and they set out. They're like, if the Earth is flat, it's going to do this. And if it were round, this is what would happen. And this is how we're going to prove it's flat. Only they run the experiment, and then the measurement comes back.
Like it's round.
Like it's round.
Right.
And so the experiment was successful because the Earth is fucking round. And they got the result that proved it was round. But their conclusion was they come up with another experiment.
Of course, yeah, of course. Well, we didn't get the answer we were looking for, so we got to create another one.
It's like they were so...
We need another one.
They did... I'm amazed that yet they actually did a brilliant scientific experiment. And yet didn't have the linchpin key component of the whole philosophy of science. Right. That's the key part, is that you must accept the results.
You've got to accept, right.
But the procedural elements they had all down.
So then when they got the answer they were looking for, were they just like, no, this can't be right.
Yeah.
This can't be. This is obviously
exactly.
Not. Like, what do you?
What
was the next experiment? Then the next experiment couldn't have been as good as that one. It had to be more like there had to be.
I don't know if they came up with anything else. They were working on that experiment for a long time, and
that's the weird thing.
And the documentary ended there. But that was my favorite part, was that they actually ran a successful experiment.
Right.
I can't remember what it was, and that's really the most striking part, was that they're pretty smart. They had a really good procedural intelligence.
Yeah.
But the ability to abstract was just not there.
Yeah.
They just got committed to this idea for all kinds of. It also explored it was all kinds of reasons. Like, some of it was that they're just kind of weirdos, and this was this place where people accepted them because they could have these ideas about flat Earth, and they talked about flat Earth, and
they were like rock stars of flat Earth, basically.
You're rock stars of flat Earth, and you're not a rock star anywhere else, and maybe you're kind of dysfunctional and not good at building relationships, and so that's your outlet. Is flat, and you become very committed to it because it's your lifeline to really the most important thing, which is your community.
Right.
You're going to defend anything. Like, you'll defend any idea for the community.
Exactly.
That it means not losing that.
Exactly. So, because you're defending your people at that point.
That's how you end up flat Earth. But the thing about that map is, like, yeah, you get these smart people who do these interesting things with this wacky idea.
It's very interesting that they'll go so far with it, and they're very smart people, and they're really into it. And they're really into it. But then you run the experiment, and it's like, that's got to be the end, though. At a certain point, I don't know what it's doing other than building the community. If your goal isn't to prove that there is flat Earth...
Well, I'm not defending flat Earth.
I feel like... Alex, I know you feel uncomfortable about coming out, about your real beliefs on things, and there's not a lot of people who will accept how you feel about flat Earth and globe Earth. I know you guys call it globe Earth. Weird.
Big globe.
We just call it Earth.
It's big globe, just trying to sell their circular globes. They made a bunch of them, and then
big globe. These fucking globe people, man, creating their damn globes and selling them everywhere. They know. Because they ruined the map sales.
You know what happened? Somebody was going to make Christmas ornaments, and he accidentally made them too big, and he had these giant plastic bubbles.
Yep.
And he's like, oh, what am I going to sell to people? He's like, oh, yeah, a map of the world that they'll need to know where everything is. Bury everything about flat Earth. Bury it all.
Get rid of it.
Yep.
Don't let them know we got to make money. We have to make money. And if anybody says otherwise, just tell them they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah,
show them the science.
I like this villain in this scenario.
King Cat is less impressed than normal. Are we on
Oh my God, it is insane.
Oh, they do have a freaking
show that it's this
Look at
is
this, guys.
insane.
Hold on. Let me take this out because it's falling apart, but I want you all to see.
Yeah, they'll get the idea from even a chunk of it, but it is
Oh yeah.
bizarre. It is all in all manner the Frankenstein that I described.
Here we go. Oh no, piece fell. It's okay. That's okay. We're still good. We're still good. I can make this fit in my hand, and I'll show
We
you.
have to. I will help you wipe this table up. We have to after this because I thought maybe you were grabbing a napkin, but I think you forgot. You did grab me napkins, and I forgot. God damn it.
There we go.
God damn it.
Y'all see the bird?
God damn me.
You see the bird?
Look at me.
I think they see it. That's cool. Fruit Loop, Pop-Tart, here we go. Nice.
Oh.
It's okay. Ugh.
Did you eat it?
I can always clean it. No.
Oh, okay.
Not yet. Not yet.
I'm gonna...
Okay, we're on Pop. What is it? Fruit Loop Pop-Tart.
Fruit Loop Pop-Tart.
Fruit Loop Pop-Tart, guys. We're gonna catch up with the comments, and then we're gonna hit Fruit Loop Pop-Tart. Next Pop-Tart. Thanks, Laura. We're on it. At this pace, 3 Pop-Tarts an hour. Get comfortable. This will be a while. LOL. I did say this was going to be a long episode, guys. You guys know that. It's our Sunday special. It's good that Alex is talking into his mic more. We can hear you better. Now, if Ron's mic would fall off the flat earth, we would be golden. Hey, and topical. We could all leave and they wouldn't miss us. Hey, I miss you.
I don't want anyone to leave.
Right. It's okay, Alex. We are here for you. It's a safe space. We won't judge you. We hide the straitjackets. Byron Schittler went to Argentina. Here we go. This will be a good one. Schittler went to Argentina, and some generals went to a hole in Antarctica and the USA. General Byrd sent ships to go to the hole after the war to get the Germans. The Germans. And the Germans, but they lost probably because aliens helped them. Thank you, Byron. That sounds exactly what I wanted to hear. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Bernie.
I like it.
I see a bird too. And he flipped me a bird. Bernie, come on. Come on, Bernie.
Bernie.
And Byron, Air Force pilots are the best eyewitnesses. Pee time. He's like, by the way, the Air Force pilot. I gotta pee. Pee time. He just said pee time. He said pee time. I love the internet. I love you guys. Bernie, he missed a shitload of comments. No, I'm reading them now. Laura, come on.
It's
Laura.
hard. It's hard because you got to go back in time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Jimmy paid me good money for that one. Jimmy, I'm sure Jimmy did. I'm sure he did. That's a good one, Bernie.
All right, get that Pop-Tart in your mouth.
All right, here we go. Have you ate it?
Oh, I ate it.
Oh shit.
Mine was blown.
Oh, it's a Pop-Tart. Oh, that's not a Pop-Tart. It's a fucking Fruit Loop.
It's crazy.
That's a fucking Fruit Loop. That's all 100% Fruit Loop, even with the milk. That's fucking weird. 10. That's a Pop-Tart. I keep wanting to say Pop-Tart, but it is a Pop-Tart.
I feel like I'm holding myself back because of the other ones that are coming,
Mm-hmm.
and I just want to leave myself some room. But I gave it 8. It's crazy.
That's a Pop. I keep wanting to say Pop. It's a fucking Fruit Loop.
It's just being
That's
what it is.
Weird, dude. This is one of those that mess with your mind a little bit.
It really does.
I say 10. Alex says 8.
We both rated the highest.
And it looks good. Yeah, we both. That's our highest rating so far.
Okay.
Damn. That really tastes like a fucking Fruit Loop.
That was
dude.
crazy. That was crazy. I don't know.
Laura said, now I want a Fruit Loop ice cream. Yeah, I would do Fruit Loop ice cream. I'm sure they have that. What's the next one on the list? Is that the other cereal one?
This is cookie dough.
Oh! We have cookie dough.
See why I left myself some room?
Yeah, have any of you... Yeah.
Just, I mean, yeah, we haven't tasted it yet.
I'm going to save the Fruit Loop, though, because I might have to back and forth.
We can turn it up to 11 if we have to. We didn't even write down out of how many, so we'll go with there was... have you ever watched Flight of the Conchords?
Well, a long time ago.
Oh my god. One of my favorite scenes was like, he was like, read the review and then he was like, they rated you 2 stars. And he was like, 2 stars out of 10? And he's like, I wish. It was out of 100.
Oh shit. That's a big difference.
I also like the idea of there being a 100-star rating.
Right.
It's just like,
just stop the fuck.
like everything about the joke is just
Where
bizarre.
did this come from? 100 stars? Damn.
The fact that you would just go, yeah. So we can make this any scale that we want.
Yeah, and Bernie said that isn't a Fruit Loop. That isn't a Pop-Tart. That is a breakfast palooza in your mouth.
Ooh.
And
That's
it's on a
helpful.
whiteboard. You can erase and change. Oh, wait. Takes an eraser or a paper towel to do. Hey, we got both.
We have both.
Good
We
to
have
go.
both. We have both. We have
We're
both.
good to go.
I am aware. I am aware. I am aware. All right.
I want to know about that hole in Antarctica, Byron. What do you mean about a hole in Antarctica? Do you mean people lived in a hole in Antarctica, but they can't live in a hole in Russia?
Is it like a intergalactic
That's what I want to know.
hole?
Is that to because I just watched Godzilla versus Kong.
Did you?
Is that to the Hollow Earth? That's what I would be thinking because that's what it is.
That's the Pop-Tart of movies.
Yeah. That's why I liked it. It was just fun, I barely paid attention to the human shit.
I haven't. Yeah. Well, yeah. I haven't watched it yet. Is it just? It's a monkey fighting a giant lizard.
Monkey fighting a giant lizard, and then some other stuff happens. If you're familiar with like the Godzilla background and
I
shit,
love Godzilla.
it'll all come together because a lot of like I was like, oh fuck yeah, okay, they did it right. They did the characters so well. Godzilla's the bad guy, but he's a great bad guy. And Kong's a great good guy. Great good guy. But the real bad guy, because they have to learn, like, they're going to fight each other, but obviously there's a real bad guy. Because they can't kill each other, you know? But the real bad guy, which, I don't know if I should give it away.
Don't give away Kong.
I don't want to give away
Godzilla.
because whenever I watched it, I was like, man, I'm glad nobody spoiled this shit for me. Because I was like, oh, fuck yeah.
I love Godzilla.
I recommend it because it's just a fun out there movie, you know?
Great concept.
Do you know how they started, when they started that?
After
Godzilla?
the nuclear bomb.
Yeah.
He's
and
a metaphor.
And they were, because they technically couldn't talk about it because, you know, America was like, oh no, you can't talk about that shit. And they're like, no, it's a giant lizard. But then in the original Godzilla, when he turns a certain way, that monster turns into a mushroom cloud. It's literally
I didn't know that.
radiation. Yeah. He like that was the fucking director was like, oh okay, yeah. He's a lizard. And then there's certain parts when he's destroying the city, he turns and it's in the shadows, and the shadow looks like a fucking mushroom cloud.
It's a great metaphor for like forces that are beyond your control.
Yep.
In case
Everything.
It's indifference. It's indifference to me. He's not destroying the city because he hates people, and he's not saving the city because he loves people.
Right.
He's completely indifferent to people.
Right. He's just living his life. He really is. He's an animal living his life.
And people are so insignificant to him that he doesn't
don't even fuck with them.
really notice destroying a city.
Right.
He's just trampling. Well, this is here. It is just something that we have to grapple with every day.
Yeah.
Is the Godzilla of life,
It is.
and that's just part of what's controlling our fate. Okay. And that's let us hear.
And Bernie said Alex is on his game. That's why he's on the whiteboard. Alex is on his game.
Ooh. Ooh. This is weird. This bothers me.
I like it. I
You?
like it. It doesn't bother me. It makes me.
I hate it.
You hate it? No way.
I don't like that it's what it is.
It does taste like what it is. Not so much cookie dough. I taste more cookie.
It's hard to replicate cookie dough, I guess.
Yeah.
No. Shame on you, Poptarts.
This is definitely a 5 for me. This is in the middle. Damn! Alex, damn!
Shame.
Alex has no faith in this cookie dough Pop-Tart. None.
Shame on you,
None
Poptarts.
whatsoever.
Shame on you.
True?
You're disgusting. You should have stopped. Maybe you did this first and you learned, but
Yeah.
well, you
I
like
thought
it.
it was going to be good.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it, and I don't want to be here anymore.
No, that ruined it. That ruined everything. No, this kind of ruined everything now. I'm not really in the mood anymore.
It's just ruined my day.
I don't think it's uphill from here anymore. I don't think there's an uphill.
What if it just ended?
Exactly.
Over.
Godzilla is the monster tweener. In wrestling, a tweener is a good guy or a bad guy. Somebody who can do both. So he's a great bit. Yeah, Godzilla's way better of a.
Just look at that. Hold it up to the camera for them before it gets all hot.
Is this the cinnamon toast crunch one? The cinnamon.
There is no cinnamon toast.
I know, but I don't know what it is.
It's the pretzel one. Pretzel cinnamon one.
That's not cinnamon toast crunch. What the? So that's salt. I don't know if I'm gonna like this. I don't know if I'm gonna like this. It's a pretzel Pop-Tart, guys. A pretzel Pop-Tart, and that baby is getting into the cook. They have a movie called The Earth's Core, and it was so badass. Had native slaves and these dark guys and these gargoyles and the eyeball in charge. Really crazy, but it was an interesting movie. It sounds like an interesting movie.
Oh yeah, that doesn't sound boring.
No, not at all. Bernie, I feel the next Pop-Tart had no chance after the Fruit Loops one. That's a good point.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah.
That's fair because I don't. Yeah.
But
it's going to be hard to compete with the freaking Fruit Loop. I'm going to say Pop-Tart, but the Fruit Loop Pop-Tart.
For shame, Pop-Tarts.
He's shaming him.
No.
Laura, I was listening but wasn't watching. I actually was working since y'all will be on tomorrow. Since y'all will be on till tomorrow.
That's probably.
Come on, Laura. This is. I told you we were going to be on here for a while.
That's probably.
All right, here we go. We got the pretzel one coming up. I'm gonna clear the palate with another Fruit Loop.
Oh, you're going back. I need to stop because I had them just sitting around and I like I said, I just ate that s'more. There's something about eating Pop-Tarts in the middle of the day that made me feel like I wasn't making the best decisions.
You know, you think it might be the sugar? Is it the sugar in it, or is it the dough? Or is it that
it's everything.
Is it that fruity, sugary center?
It's that I'm an adult in the middle of the day and I'm eating Pop-Tarts. I probably, not that there's anything wrong with that inherently, but it made me feel that way.
The last time that I ate Pop-Tarts, I didn't buy them. They were just in somebody's house, and they were like a snack, and I got it.
I mean, they're so good.
Yeah. But the last time that I bought one had to be a couple years ago, and it was just one of these. It was, I don't know what the hell made me want a Pop-Tart. And it was in the middle of the day, and it didn't feel right.
It's when you see that marketing.
It doesn't feel right in the middle of the day having a Pop-Tart.
It doesn't.
It really doesn't.
It feels wrong. It feels bad. Oh, how do I Oh, once it's going, it's going.
Yeah. Push it up harder because
I was gonna end it a little early. Yeah. Oh my god!
Did it pop up?
Yes,
On the screen? Did y'all see that? Did it pop up on the screen? Oh, I hope everybody saw that. I hope that popped up. That was a little bit harder than what we.
That was really a pop. That was a Pop-Tart. Okay.
All right, you ready? Let's do this. Yeah, I gotta actually clear the palate now. All right. Pretzel Pop-Tart, 1, 2, 3. I'm not getting pretzel from this. I'll tell you that already.
It tastes a little refined.
It does.
I feel kind of high class when
It's
I'm
like
doing
a
this.
fancy one.
Yeah.
Thinner. Still easy to chew, even though it's warm. I don't even taste the salt. I think the salt's just there for looks to make it look like a...
I feel like a British gentleman.
It might be. Might as well replace this with crimpets. No, how is your crimpet?
Oh yeah.
Like the fancy gremlin? The genius gremlin, I mean.
It's the genius gremlin.
All right, let me see what I judged before previously.
This is a 9. You did it. You hit it out of the park on my account.
I'm gonna go with a 7 because it's not Fruit Loops, but it's not just under Fruit Loops, but it's definitely higher than everything else that I've had.
Interesting thing about these rankings,
because it's different.
You generally stayed more in the middle, but this blew you out of the water.
This one blew me out.
Blew you out of the water. Blew you out of the water.
I think it's because I've never had that, and I'm familiar with them. Not so familiar with these two, or these three actually.
Yeah.
And that one's obviously my favorite from those two. Pretzel. I'm still trying to figure out the pretzel. That's a weird one because I don't think pretzel with that one. I don't taste pretzel. I don't know what I taste with.
Is this a good one to do hot cold?
Yeah.
Okay.
We could try it cold because maybe that'll be the brain gremlin. Thank you, Bernie. Nope, didn't see it. But it is better than the pineapple mayo sandwich. Yes, much better than the pineapple mayo sandwich. Which isn't as bad as it sounds, honestly. I did a taste test of mayonnaise sandwiches.
Oh, I would just mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise and banana first. And then mayonnaise and... No, that doesn't add anything to me. No way! Oh, hot. I thought you were putting 11. I thought you went 11. I was like, what? How did that make it better?
So hot is definitely better.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's way better hot.
Okay.
You guys have the pretzel one? Do that. Once upon a time, there was only 4 or 5 flavors. Now, they have so many. You guys have the frosted chocolate chip ones. They are money. Frosted chocolate chip ones? How do we miss that?
I may have eaten those.
Let's see. There you go. That's one of those ones. I was too tempted. Too tempting.
I had them.
That's good shit.
Yeah.
Did you really have them?
Yes.
See, there you go, guys. There you go, Bernie. Bernie, how'd you call them out? Bernie had to call out that one specific one, too.
I had it. I did.
How many came in the variety pack?
I
feel like
there were 2 that I ate, so.
Yeah.
I guess.
I don't know how I'm going to feel tomorrow eating all these Pop-Tarts.
We're going to have to toss some of these.
Because I don't think either of us eat Pop-Tarts this often.
I'm already getting to.
Me too, that's what I'm saying. I'm starting to feel it. And we're not even eating a whole one.
This is going too far. I don't even. Ashley asked me if I was going to be hungry when I got home when I was taking all those Pop-Tarts. And I was like, I probably should eat actual food, but I don't know if I'll be hungry.
That's the problem.
This is
eat some actual food.
But this is our last one. This is the Weiss brand.
Here's the Weiss brand now, guys. This is the
a place that has the decency to force their workers in on Easter Sunday.
Easter Thursday. The Lord's Easter.
The Lord's Easter.
I never liked that he is risen. I always was like, he has risen. But then they were like, no,
why
he is risen.
Is it?
Like, why do we have to be so technical? Why does it have to be so technical?
He definitely has risen. I guess, is risen also a state of being? Like, he is
Maybe that's
risen?
what it is. Maybe it's like risen from the dead, so he is risen.
He is risen. It's
Maybe
like,
that's what it is.
oh, calm it down, you fancy people. Come on.
I don't know, but I just hate getting corrected because I always thought like he has risen, right? No,
I agree with
he is risen, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying.
Can I say that every time I get out of bed?
You sure?
He is risen.
Oh. And you get up just like that. Bernie, just read coming in 2021. Banana cream pie, peach cobbler, lemon cream pie Pop-Tarts.
Wow.
Well, we're definitely going to do an episode when those come out.
Wow. I was
100%.
I'm wondering what the next food we should taste test is. And
you guys, if you guys have any suggestions for the food, because you know the conversation is going to go everywhere, but if you have any suggestions for the food, definitely take the suggestions.
It's a jumping off point. This can.
Here goes Laura. I need to try the Fruit Loops one, but I think my favorite is still frosted chocolate fudge. Everybody loves that frosted chocolate fudge, and Alex does too.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't. I'm sorry. I fudged up. I fudged up.
Do y'all believe him?
I'm not sorry.
You're hungry. It tasted so good.
It was there.
I ate a Reese cup, man. You can't blame me for eating a Reese cup. I'm only human.
It was there. It was there, and I saw. Okay, so apparently, yeah, and I actually agree. It's too bad you couldn't have had it, Ron.
Now everybody's shitting on me. Thanks a lot, guys.
That would have been my 10.
I wanted to be part of the in-group, but now I can't be.
So now we're gonna do Pop-Tarts versus Weiss brand, and then
because I'm sure the Weiss brand's probably going to have a different texture.
felt like it had a more substantial icing, which is interesting.
That'll be interesting.
I don't know.
A little more crunchy. Is it thinner or thicker?
That's personal.
That's I probably shouldn't ask that in front of everybody. It's embarrassing. All right, Weiss. How do you say it? Weiss. Team Alex. Hashtag Team Alex. He can do no wrong. Thanks a lot, Laura. Sure. Alex can't do no wrong.
She doesn't know me well enough.
Bernie, Ron's chair for tomorrow. A toilet. That's probably going to be a fucking toilet. I will be on the toilet. Thanks to this damn Pop-Tarts. True. Byron, I like cherry, strawberry, and blueberry, but chocolate one, me, no. Oh, you don't you don't like the chocolate one. So that's one in the group who doesn't like the chocolate one. Everyone else does.
It's getting topical. And
there we go. And Laura said Alex can't do no wrong. All right.
Thank you, Laura.
Here we go. Weiss. Wuss.
I'm with it, man.
Yeah, me too.
I bet you Weiss doesn't have all these crazy flavors. Are you Weiss? I bet you Weiss doesn't have all the crazy flavors, but for the ones it does have,
sticks out really good though.
They just try harder. Pop-Tarts thinks it can ride the coattails of that Pop-Tart name. You know, they're like any person who's got a lot of notoriety and doesn't have to work at their craft anymore. They're just wheeling out toaster pastries with no regard for quality. These guys are trying to catch up. They're striving. They're still striving.
Yeah, I think that it's coming. It's showing too because I'm really enjoying this. This one doesn't stand a chance towards the Fruit Loops one.
I mean, listen. Pop-Tarts is still the man. I mean,
Pop-Tarts, right? They've got it figured out to a certain point.
They're just not trying anymore.
A little bit. Yeah, they're slipping. I feel like they're slipping. You can go to.
They're getting fancy with all the big moves.
Flavor, cool. We're not going to focus on making our flavors better.
Thank you.
We're just going to get the Fruit Loops flavor.
Thank you.
The pretzel flavor. And now Weiss is going to be like, oh yeah, well our strawberry flavors, we're going to be working on that for a couple of years.
You listen to me, Pop-Tarts. You listen to me, Pop-Tarts. I know what you did with cookie dough. It's gross. And Weiss is coming for you.
They are.
You better watch your ass.
Weiss is coming. You said you better wash your ass.
When you go to sleep every night, Weiss is coming for you. When you're going home to your fancy luxury condo with a seaside view and just relaxing, sleeping, having... Weiss is in the lab working.
Putting in that work. In the lab working.
They got nowhere to go but up.
And nothing's going to stop them, guys.
And they're coming for you.
They're coming. Whether you like it or not, Weiss is coming.
And so I wish both of them the best.
Yeah, I like them both.
Yeah.
I do like that Weiss one though. That Weiss one does stick out better to me than the strawberry, blueberry, and cherry for sure. The other ones are interesting flavors. You know, their own flavors.
I get it.
Who do we decide wins it all? Because my top one and your top one is different.
That's true.
But are there any others that could be averaged out to have the highest?
Are there any math whizzes here? We can't. We can't possibly.
Can any of y'all look at that and then say like, okay, well, 5 and 4 strawberry, blueberry 6 and 7.
We could say what's the highest cumulative, which to my mind appears to be Fruit Loop.
Yeah.
But which one holds the highest relative score for each of us individually? Right. In that case, this holds by far the highest relative score. Yeah. This one doesn't hold that high of a... I've got a 7 and an 8 as well. Yeah. So I guess Fruit Loops wins.
It looks like it.
Wow.
Huh. I was thinking strawberry was going to be the winner. Laura said, I need to see it closer. We'll show you the blackboard in just one sec. Grape Pop-Tart. Back in the day were delicious. Grape Pop-Tarts? You guys should do food critics. You both will be a great combination. Thank you, Shai. You are really making me want to eat Pop-Tarts, said Byron.
This was supposed to be a W, and it's not really a W, but that's how we're signifying the winner.
Yep, the W That's like almost the Wu-Tang W.
I wanted, yeah, I was trying to make it a fancy W, and maybe I over-fancified it.
Fancify.
To the point where,
all these people fancifying themselves.
look at me trying to get big and crazy with my W.
Fancy W,
Classic.
like you being artsy fartsy with it or something.
All right, Fruit Loops wins.
Fruit Loops wins, guys. Fruit Loops wins. Fruit Loops wins. Do you guys need any other answers than that?
We got to it pretty quickly.
We did. We're at almost 2 hours now. So,
are we really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
I told you. That's why I wanted to start at 5 because now it's 7:30. So
God.
We're good. We're good. We got through it all.
Oh
we got through
my
it all.
God.
We'll just chit chat a little bit more before we drop off here. But then me and Alex are going to go and hang out for a little bit. We got to walk and talk as we do. You know, after the Jourdain shows, it's customary after to have a walk and talk.
It's custom.
Especially when we spent 2 hours fucking talking straight, and then probably 40 minutes before that talking straight and me yelling, damn it, we should be on right now.
Yeah. We went through. So, but
we can do this like once a month.
I'm down.
If you're down,
I'm down.
Like we got to do it like more often. We got to do it like at least once a month so that we get people in here, and then that gives us time because I'll be doing my show, you'll be doing your thing, and then we come together. If you got like any of your art meetups, because I still have to come to that too.
I have to do one. Because the
weather's starting to get better now.
Weather's starting to get better. I got really busy. I just we bought a house, and then it's been just like
Congratulations,
Thank you.
That's fucking
very,
very fun.
But that took up like a lot of time, so I keep saying I'm going to start it back up, and I am. It's just like, when? Between what? You know?
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to do it this month. There were like a few people that came out, but if anybody wants to come to the Baltimore Paint and Chill, it's not dead. You heard it here first. The 5 people who came.
Exactly. So
But
you guys got the thing. So we'll put the whiteboard down and put it back on us now.
if you're in Baltimore or
So this turned out to be way more of like a legit show with the Poptart. I thought we were just going to eat and talk, but having the little structure there, that we might have a little gimmick too. Because Laura in the chat said, I think you need to order candy from other countries and taste test that.
Ooh, that's wise. That's great. I love that.
That's a great idea.
Should we are gonna trash these?
Yeah, just trash it. Yeah.
Don't
worry about that right now. We'll finish. We'll clean that up once we. You're so polite, but you're on, Alex. You gotta talk, man. You don't have to clean up, brother. Let the maids do that. Let the Jourdain maids.
Ah, right, the Jourdain maids. I saw.
They have to work. We want to pay them to work, so
I saw one of them around
my
here.
Apartment.
They happen to be off on Easter.
Well, I mean, I'm not a dick.
I'm not Weiss.
I'm not Weiss.
Yeah.
Or Walmart. Or Wegmans. Or shall we keep going? Or 7-Eleven.
Or basically everywhere on Earth. We can't shut down for a single day. It's the end of the world.
No, it's money.
It's money.
Money.
How does it?
It's old. I get it. It's important, but it does get old.
It gets old. Why? You're just a slave to the system that you created. Why did we do that? Now we have to.
Why did we become?
They're like the normal cycle is like you can take time off during the winter and then you just relax and just try not to die.
Because you spent most of your time preparing for that damn winter. That's what it's been leading up to. That's why I love Game of Thrones so much. Because even without the White Walkers, they're like, winter's fucking coming, man. With White Walkers or not, winter's coming. So let's get ready.
It's a very real thing. It's
Yeah.
What's interesting is like I think it's just completely normal. It's just kind of tied into us that we associate things very strongly with the seasons because we probably needed to associate everything with the seasons when we were roaming around trying to survive. But I still do that, and so we all do. And now that spring's come around after spring having started the first lockdown, I now kind of associate spring with this period of lockdown,
right?
Which is a bizarre feeling.
It's very It
made spring feel kind of ominous as it was coming. I was like, what's going on? What's going to happen?
Is there even going to be a spring?
Right.
This little bit of weather out here has got me feeling good, man. I'm getting excited,
It's so nice out today.
It's so nice. It's beautiful.
Uh-huh.
And you know what? Yesterday it was in the 50s, but the sun was out. I love that. I mean, 70s is okay, but give me something cooler with the sun on me. Ooh.
Oh my God. It just feel alive. Mm-hmm. So it's I think that's what Easter is about for the Christians, it's about Jesus rising from the dead.
Right.
But it's clearly a celebration of rebirth.
But right. That's
spring.
how I take it. The fucking rebirth. Like whatever your personal belief.
If we want to have a day to acknowledge that.
But we can still.
Perfect.
It's just like Christmas. You can still be festive, and even if you're not like there for the Christianity aspect of it, I do think that there's some type of an importance of like a festival to just be like, yeah, okay, new day, new year, clean it off, because we need to refresh ourselves, man. That's why showers feel so good, taste so good too.
If they're with you, they do.
Taste so good.
Yeah, no, it's exactly. I think I've been more cynical in the past, where you're like rejecting these ideas of religion or maybe some people.
I was hardcore. I pendulumed. I pendulum. Well, I didn't. I always questioned, and then I pendulumed hard, and then I was like, "Oh, relax, Ronald.
Yeah,
relax."
And I was like, "Well, either way, it's symbolic of something." And
there's something.
There's
something.
Yeah.
There's something. Like
there's a natural cycle to the world.
Right.
If this is you celebrating it, you want to call it this, that's fine. Even if you like. If it's not bad to celebrate it. It's probably bad to murder a bunch of people because they're not like saying the right name.
Yeah.
That
would be naughty.
That's
very
discouraged.
Naughty.
That was definitely a bad mark.
What was that? What was that?
It's Crusades. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I thought there was like a specific Easter. Story. Oh no! I was thinking Easter. Oh no! Yeah. Crusades. Okay, gotcha. Because I thought we were gonna go deep with it. Like, oh, I didn't know you had a fucked up Easter story. I should have been more prepared for this.
I have a messed up.
But that's true. But
I do have a messed up Easter story.
Oh, sure. Is it depressing? I don't want to put them too sad. But
it's a little depressing. When I was a kid, me, my brother, and then some other kids in the neighborhood went to this Easter egg hunt, and there was this guy dressed as a rabbit, and he was obviously just there he was just some guy who dressed as the rabbit for the neighborhood kids, and we were awful. We found a hole in his mouth, and we just kept throwing eggs into it, and every time he would turn to chase one of us, another one would throw an egg into this hole in his mouth. And he was so mad, but we were in all directions. This poor guy who just was trying to be, and there was something so humorous about this man in an Easter bunny outfit getting so annoyed, and it being it was just too entertaining to not, as a child, not do.
I love it. I love it because then you look back on it. Did you have like that guilt thinking back on it? It was like, oh, that poor guy. Or was it probably not even that big of a deal? It's kind of like
it's so minor.
Those dumb kids.
It's so silly. It's just so absurd. It's so stupid. I mean, I feel like I wouldn't do it now.
Yeah. Yep.
But if I was an adult man and there were some neighborhood kids and I was just trying to dress as a bunny and some kids started throwing, I would be annoyed. But I would be like, God damn it.
It wouldn't ruin my day. Right. It wouldn't I'd be like, fucking
just these kids showed up.
Catch him, I'm gonna beat the shit out of this little guy.
Yeah.
But then it's like, then it's one of those scenarios where you just want to scare him, because if you catch him, I'm not really going to hurt him. I just want to scare you, you little shit.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. It's like a dog catching a cat, and half the time they don't even know what to do with the cat. It's just the chase.
You can't catch him. You can't see anything. It's hot.
Every time you turn around, you get an egg to the face anyway.
That outfit was not designed for mobility.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not a combat outfit. Not a combat outfit.
That's all just a walk in and wave. Walk in and wave. Let people see you from afar.
Uh-huh.
That's the Easter bunny way over there.
I don't know if our neighborhood got another Easter bunny after that, though. I might have. See, like, you end up screwing yourself. But I was probably the last age that I would even want one, so.
Right. That makes sense.
That was what I wanted to do. That was how I wanted to that was my send-off party for the Easter bunny.
That's the way to go, man. That's at that point, he's probably not.
If you're out there watching Ron's podcast, I'm sorry.
He's not.
He's dead.
He's going to talk mad shit about you whenever we get off here. He's playing his weird facade persona, online persona. He was telling me before this, Alex, I'm not making shit up, but this is what I do. Alex was making shit up before the show came on. He was like, man, I got to be this nice, cool guy. I want that persona to really be there, so I don't want them to know the real me. And I was like, Alex, don't worry, man. You're a fucking phenomenal actor. They'll never know the true you. They don't know the true me. So they can't know the true you.
And I just gave him a glimpse of that Easter bunny story.
Just a piece. But I've given them worse stories than that. One of my just a real quick one. One of my friends, I saw we were hitting a stop sign with rocks, and I saw a bird, and I dared one of my friends to try to hit the bird, and not thinking or anything, he was like, "Oh yeah, I can hit it." So he walked up through the rock, dude. It was an explosion of feathers. Dead automatically. I'm sitting there like, what the no? And then he's like, what the
You never think you're gonna succeed.
You don't think. And it exploded and the bird was dead. And then my parents were in an argument with the neighbors. So little child mind in my head was like, hey, put this in the neighbor's mailbox. So we took the dead bird, put it in the neighbor's mailbox. As we were walking away, the neighbors literally pulled up, checked their mail, and then drove away. And I was like, they didn't see the bird? They didn't react? They didn't do anything. A day later, the police came to our house. The police came and was like, we got a threat from, they think that you guys put a dead bird in their mailbox, talking to my parents. And my parents were like, what are you talking about? A dead bird? Why would we ever do that? And then they started flipping out on the police. And then when the police finally left, we're like, okay, sorry, we're just checking. That's who they think. That was where we're checking. And then I was like, oh, that was me. It wasn't actually me. I literally told him to do it was me. I told him to do. I just physically didn't do it, but I told him. And I don't know and you don't plan on it. You don't want it. And I felt so bad. He fucking killed the bird, dude.
You just kept you wanted to see what you could say to him and he would follow. What will he keep doing?
That's the problem. Because I would have kept going.
It wasn't about any of
like a danger or we're in trouble. If we were just out roaming, I'd be like, what else can he do? What else is this guy up? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna say no? Or are you just gonna be like, all right, throw this shit? Because I wasn't throwing the damn rock. I was throwing it at a stop sign. I'm not trying to hit a bird.
There's always that friend. There's always that friend that
you know what? He was that friend.
Anything you say, they're like, I'm gonna do it just because you sound like you don't think I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna do it. He gets
off on that, and he likes that. Like that's a challenge for him. I don't even understand that because it's like, dude, you're not proving anything. You're just doing what people say.
It's just amazing that he hit the bird. I mean,
he's a good baseball player.
Good,
okay. Good, like very athletic. Just a dum dum, man. Just a dum dum. Just one of those kids. You know, they're just out, just wild. They don't really have like any deeper thoughts on themselves or anybody else. They're just kind of like living.
Mm-hmm. Very in the moment.
Yeah, I think he's one of those people who don't have like that inner voice in their head. There's some people that say, I don't know if there are true. Is there any of you guys who don't have that inner voice in your head?
Who doesn't have a dialogue with themselves?
They say there's people who don't have a dialogue with themselves. And I've talked to people and I've asked them and they don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I can't.
I don't know.
It's so hard to fathom.
It's weird, right?
That because what is it? What would you have to lack? How do you get? I don't know. I don't know. It seems like every part of the day is yourself telling yourself a story.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to think that any other form of thought's possible. Not that it certainly is if you get into very deep states of meditation or something, but it's hard to maintain and it's always something that you like have to but I can't see anyone just born like that.
No. That's the thing. But even if you don't have language, you're still interpreting the world with a human's brain, and that millennia of interpreting things, there's still going to be those pieces in your head, those puzzles in your head that still come together when you experiment or when you feel like a certain stimuli.
Yeah, I mean, here's an experiment we can't run, but can you really? I mean, certainly you can be a person without complicated words like, I don't know, things that are very abstract, something like justice. You may not have that. Although you might have a word for it, but you may not have a word for that, but certainly you're going to have a language. I feel like you can't be a person without a language. I feel like even if you aren't born hearing other people talk, it seems like our brains work in ways where you're going to come up with a set of sounds for at least the things that are important to you.
It's like a sense of fairness. It's like that feeling of like some type of fairness.
Oh, justice. I feel like you'll have
I'm thinking just justice.
What, are you going to have that concept?
Yeah.
No matter what.
Because like chimps have that. Chimps get jealous. And dogs get jealous.
They're not able to discuss it and fully fledge it like that. it's like, what is it to them? What's like our base concept of justice? Because most people can't really. It's very hard to define. Yeah. Anybody's going to fumble around trying to, even if they've thought about it a lot. But would you have that concept even if you didn't have language and anybody to tell you that there was a set of sounds that go to that concept?
Right.
I think so.
Right.
I think
it
so.
Exists with or without the word. Because that's like
in our mind, yeah.
Like the George Orwell thing is creating or erasing history, even words, so that justice doesn't exist anymore. But there's a reason why it came into existence. So that like it could disappear, not justice specifically, but whatever the examples are. But there's still that piece where we're going to bring it back. There's a reason it came up the first time,
yes.
The second time, the third time. There's a reason why people are still crazy about it today. So there's something there, like, even if we were taken over by whatever evil, crazy thing that we can think up, at that point, I still think that's temporary, because there's enough monkeys to be like, ooh, ooh, ha, ha, and then we're like, okay, all of us are just going to bum rush the motherfucker and end it, and then we'll figure it out from there. And then it all starts, and then
you can't fight like human nature. So I agree with you. I think it helps to have like the term, and it helps to be able to just have like conversations around the term, and it helps you to form your thoughts around something cohesive. I think you can pin it down better, and I think you can think about it more clearly if you have a word for it, just because you know that it's a structure that you're trying to define. But even without that word, I think there's like limit to it. I think you're still going to get to the concept.
Right.
I think it's still going to be there.
Right. It'll just be more of a rudimentary realm.
Yeah.
Because it won't have that direct line where somebody can explain it to you. But it's just like in wrestling. There's concepts in wrestling that people could tell me. I didn't understand it till later. And there's things like, oh, you need to tell a story. To me, when I first started, I didn't know what telling a story was. It's literally doing anything. It's everything else but the wrestling. It's the human aspect. It's literally, we call it wrestling psychology. It literally is human psychology. It's crowd psychology. We're just reading the crowd and then working them from that point. But there's tips and tricks that people could tell you that'll make you go a little bit faster. But if you're paying attention yourself, you're going to get there. You're just not going to get there as fast. But you're still going to get there because you're paying attention and you want that same result. Mm-hmm. You want that result. I don't know what the words are, but that's what I want. And then you map it out. You figure out your own map. And a lot of my own things, I had to figure out my own map when it came to wrestling, because I wasn't good at asking for advice, but I never had people giving me advice. I always had to figure things out on my own. So like my natural instinct is to just take things and tinker with it, read about it, figure it out myself, and then go. Mm-hmm. That's just my natural. I'm not used to being like, hey man, can I pick your brain? Can you help me? Because I never had that. I never had any of that, But that also held me back, because I do have access to good people who are willing to help, but I have to be willing to ask. So there's that. You have to be willing to use your words. You do. And we came at full circle. Yeah. Full circle. I'm going to get to the comments. Sorry, guys. Hey, congrats on the house. Thank you. This is Laura. She said, please find me on Facebook. I do want you to draw me a dogwood tree with a cardinal in it. And that's Laura Spangler. I love dogwood trees. Yeah. Done. Laura. The Jordan Mains live in Massachusetts. Sorry. I know, Laura. Y'all need to get y'all's asses down here. Laura, true spring, and seeing those first flowers and new grass growing feels like a new start, and it's great. And Ron, I agree. Yesterday when I was at the canal, because she sent me a picture when she was at the canal, it was 50 and the sun was so warm. That's why those pics look so nice. It did look really, really good. That's the best. Hot, not too hot, but bright and warm. And if it's the mall bunnies with the big heads, then the mouth you're throwing things into is where the guy's eyes are. You were hitting him in the eyes. Bernie, nothing like kicking the big Easter bunny right in the old Easter eggs. I should have got to these sooner. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. LOL. I laugh every time you tell this story. I know. I still feel bad for the bird, man. Even though I've done. That bird just died like any bird. On like shitting all over birds, talking about how they're the dumbest animals. Oh, put a fucking cover over me and I think it's nighttime. I'm such a complex animal. And just dumb. And then I think about that story and I'm like, well, I'm a little bit of a dick. Ron could make someone drive the wrong side of the road. Oh, wait. I have a story about that.
You have?
Or open the wrong car door. Sometimes I try to open other people's doors. If they have a white car like mine, I don't pay attention. Oh, wait. And that's just Laura talking about my shit. My invisible friends talk to me. A bunch of problems is they speak German, and I haven't learned German. Well, learn German, Laura. Learn German. It's just innate. Dogs are born and walk and bark. No one teaches them. They just know. Right. But they just know, but they learn through life experience as well. So there's a little bit of that. There's nature and nurture with everything.
We're not going to just know how to build a rocket.
Right. You have the capabilities, but you ain't going to just be born and know how to fucking...
I mean, neither of us will probably ever know.
Nah, I mean, probably not. Byron, intuition always goes with the first answer you get. Laura, dogs are still more loyal than most all humans. Yeah. I mean,
dogs have limited options.
Yeah. Yeah. I have that voice, others that are a few in numbers, and I don't know some. Best advice when you are in question is when you learn off of others' mistakes. Yes, Byron. Exactly. You learn off of others' mistakes. You learn off of your mistake. Well, that was the wrestling thing would be when I'm asking for advice and those types of things, learning from their mistakes because they made them earlier and faster. So there's always things to improve upon, but there's also a balance because you want to figure things out yourself because then how are you going to be unique? How are you going to be your own person?
Find a voice.
Find your voice. That's fucking hard. That's hard. That's hard. That's very hard.
And it just gotta come.
Get it.
It just gotta come. Like you can't even chase it. It just has to show up.
It has to show up. It has to. And then
you just have to wait.
Yep.
Okay, where is it? Who am I?
Exactly.
That's life.
Yep. Yeah.
You're constantly finding your.
That's life. That's fucking life, man.
You just meet yourself every day, and then you find this is who I am. Oh, I'm this guy.
And then you figure, yeah, that's very true too, and we're constantly changing. We're always figuring out new things about ourselves, and new things, different things that we like to do, and different things that we weren't even aware of that we'd be a fan of before. And
how much do I know if I like a sport that I don't even know exists? Because they're out there.
Right.
I might love it.
Right.
I don't know.
Coolest shit ever, and you just get it. You just get it. Because my disconnect is when I don't understand the game, then I'm like, I gotta learn it, and
yeah.
But most like the fucking soccer, football, baseball, basketball, all the basic ones here, I can watch it and I know what's going on, and I enjoy it.
It could be.
I'm not avid with it, but I understand it.
It could be for anything. What's your favorite song? Could be one you haven't heard yet.
Mm-hmm. I haven't found it yet.
You don't know.
True. That's very true. That's very true. All right, guys, we're gonna jump off here. I'm going to go through those comments one more time. Thank you all for lasting. This is over 2-hour Pop-Tart Spectacular. Happy Easter. Happy, all that other good stuff. Hey, we got a new week coming up, and we're going to be rolling. I have the voice that are in fewer numbers, and I don't know some. Byron, best advice when you are in question. Byron, sometimes I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Byron, National Lampoon's Black Ball come on with the enye, a couple enye's and a couple n's. Just a big on. I don't know. Is that like a Spanish on? With a bunch of n's and enye's with it? I don't know. Anyway, thank you all for joining us. That is Alex.
Thank you guys.
Oh, no, I didn't even put our damn... Nobody knows who we are.
Oh, nobody knows who we are?
I didn't put our names up.
I don't know who I am.
There goes Ralphie, but there goes Alex. Oh, I didn't even see that damn thing. Damn it.
I've been munching on this pretzel thing just here.
I'm glad that we mentioned that at the beginning, though. So that's good.
It has a real pretzel top. That was just the pretzel.
The real pretzel top?
It's real. It's just a pretzel. It's just a pretzel. I mean, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And Bernie, Alex might have to pop over for our Monster Stream extravaganza because we're going to do a pizza one, definitely.
Oh, okay.
We'll probably do that on Sunday, Bernie. We'll probably do that on Sunday. Bernie's going to come in. Bye, Alex. Bye, Ron. We'll see ya, I guess, thinking that guy is a troll. Woohoo! You are leaving. Thanks a lot, Laura. And then here's Shy with her comment helping me promote my stuff. Thank you for watching my show. If you like my videos and want to show some more, go ahead, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Paul Jordan. If you want to be reminded about my show, and don't forget to click the bell notification. Do follow ManCat at asshole_cat on Instagram, and you can also follow Paul Jordan on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch at Paul Jordan. And make sure that you go and buy my goodies at jordan.shop. And then Alex is also follow Alex at Alex_Guildbug. Guildbug. And I do have it on the screen for you guys. So make sure that you go over there, give Alex a follow so that we can all have our support. And you guys will be seeing him too. The new guy. Oh, I got you. Hey, you're welcome, Byron. All good, brother. I know what you mean, Laura. And then we are all good to go. So thank you all for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you, Shy.
Thank you, Shy. Thank you, Guy. Thank you, Byron.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you, Laura.
Byron.
Especially Laura. Thank you guys so much. Well, especially all of you, because you're all equally lovely.